Hello, Holo, and welcome to Play Game Fast. Do you mind introducing yourself to our audience?
Yeah, I'm like a HoloKnight person who does the speedrun things. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, that's a very good description. Um, to
Yeah.
kick off this conversation, I wanted to ask you about the Champion Island Guide to Everything. I saw you helped a bit with that.
Yeah, so I did absolutely none of the like scripting or like editing work. I did none of that. I think it was Sidhu who first DM'd me or Czar, and they were like, "Listen, we need someone to voice this. Can you just like hop in?" And I was
Oh, and
absolutely
then
down for that. So I look at it. I think at the time that they called me into it, it was like maybe 30 pages long of stuff to read.
what?
I think now it's at like maybe like 45-ish.
Yeah, I've
And
looked at
I'm
the Google
like,
Doc. I haven't gotten past the section explaining each sport in detail.
yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'll hack away at it a little bit at a time. But eventually, like I just kind of I think slowed down too much and it just kind of was a cancel project. I don't know if it was me or like Czar saying I just can't do the editing or anything like that, but it just kind of stopped happening.
Yeah,
And I'm happy to see it's getting picked back up.
yeah, I
But
saw Brenton.
I didn't do any of the hard work.
Yeah, you're like,
None of that.
okay, sure, I'll record clips that won't be used. Let's go.
Let's go. I probably still have them sitting somewhere, but they don't sound good, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't need to hear those.
Too too bad that we don't really get much of um that never became a thing. But I'm glad EXDF is picking that back up. E-
Mm-hmm.
EXDF, like the first member of this, like the first guest. No way.
Let's go. Let's
Awesome.
go.
Yeah, I saw the message. It was like the Google Doc guide to everything. I'm like, oh, this will just be a very comprehensive All Scrolls guide. It was more than an All Scrolls guide.
It's an everything guide.
It's the guide to everything.
Yeah.
So of course
Man, the
I
title must
texted
be
it to my
fantastic.
dad.
What?
Dad keeps joking about coming in and beating me in All Scrolls, and I'm just like, okay, bet. Here's the Doodles launcher link and the guide to everything. Have fun.
Your freaking dad. That'd
Yeah,
be so funny. It's really funny too. My dad's also a speedrunner. I don't know what it is about dads and being based.
I don't. He doesn't really speedrun, but he does play a lot of games. I think he spent like at least $1,000 on his gaming setup.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, he's got like two monitors, a big old computer, too many keyboards to count.
Yeah. Got like the triple monitor.
Well, he's got a double wide monitor and then just and then just a second monitor.
Ah, okay.
So I guess
Close
three
enough.
monitors.
Yeah. 2.5?
2.5, I guess. Um, yeah, the guide to everything's cool, but something else, more All Scrolls specific, is I was researching and I saw that you didn't like new All Scrolls. Like you mentioned not
No.
liking it. No, I feel like that's
No.
quite common.
Yeah, the main like thing that I have a problem with is that when I was like first starting the game, which I'm sure we'll get to later, like there was like a bit of a pseudo rule that was like no skipping cutscenes for what was any percent at the time. And everyone was like, yeah, sure. Um, and now people are skipping cutscenes, and
Now it's a way of
it just
life.
doesn't feel the same. Yeah, it's just weird.
It is really weird, and I don't believe that I put myself through TSA skip to get that Warpless top three,
Hmm.
knowing that
Like,
Fibble
I
could beat it
mean,
without Warpless or
yeah,
without TSA skip.
if there was like a no major glitches category or something,
Yeah,
I think that
red.
would maybe be like a good happy medium, but I mean, I'm not gonna expect anything. The changes
Dude,
happened and people are running.
you know what else has a no major glitches category? Hollow Knight.
Yo, it's like the game.
True. No,
I'm officially a video game,
yeah,
in case
actually,
you didn't
this
know.
isn't on my little Google Doc, but I do remember like around when I first joined, I remember you being like, "Oh my goodness, I keep like people keep asking me, oh, do you like Hollow Knight?" And you're like, "Do I like what?" And I'm like, "Oh, your name kind of sounds like the game Hollow Knight."
Yeah, I didn't even know the game existed when I came up with the name Hollow Knight.
And the
So just
thing
all the
is,
time people think I got the name HoloKnight from the game. It
if
is not that origin story.
and
I
the
could tell it
thing
1,000 times,
is,
people probably still believe it.
when I first joined this server, I was super into Hollow Knight. So when I see someone called Hollow Knight, I'm like, wow,
Wow.
cool. Only
Oh
to
lord.
realize that, oh, it's coincidences exist.
I think it's gonna be really funny to try and not own the game for as long as possible. Still don't.
What? It's $15 well spent.
I know, but it's so funny to not even have it on Steam.
My goodness. Um. So here's a big talking point. I know you were wanting to talk about this one. Um.
Mhm.
On your DM when we were talking about this before. You were talking about being a day one person, and I find that really
Oh
interesting
yeah,
because
day
I didn't
one.
come until much later. I'd love to hear about that.
When was it you hopped in? I can
Sometime
remember.
August 2020, 2021, somewhere August 2021, I think, is when I hopped in.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm real new.
So, I should first probably talk about like Vulu, because like,
Lulu.
man, yeah, Vulu. People forget how goated Vulu was.
I never got to
Because
witness it.
if you look at the leaderboards today, you see no Vulu until like 2 months ago,
I
when in
believe that
actuality held the record for a really long time.
I believe
Um,
that 15th place is where Vulu's final run stands, somewhere around there.
yeah, I bet you didn't know that final run was record on August 1st
Ah,
because it was submitted at the wrong date.
wow.
Yeah, and also that record beat Wasiosi when Wasi was
True.
running.
Yeah,
Yep.
I keep hearing the rise of Wasi and then like the battle between Vulu and Wasi, and I'm like, wow,
Mhm.
I'm
None of
really
that is
new.
Yeah, none of that's on the site anymore, which is like really sad. Because like in case you didn't know, Vulu deleted all the runs, and then the mods were like, "Well, there's no runs there, so we have to take them down," which I disagree with, but that's like 15 minutes for another time.
I feel like someone
Um,
archived it though and
and
managed to get his runs back up there.
yeah, don't worry, man. I always have the notepad sitting around, like for this reason. Like I could
For
tell
this
you about
reason.
his first run of 828, or eight,
Yo!
yeah, July 24th.
July
So that
24th.
next day, it wasn't that random Polish dude who got a run in and like got world record. It was Vulu.
That
Yep.
random Polish dude?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty funny thing to talk about as well. So I think it originated when someone named Jestry, who was battling with quote unquote the random Polish dude for like the marathon record before YC came in and just destroyed everyone. But yeah, those two are battling, and Jestry's like, this freaking Polish dude beat me by a second, and I don't know what to do. And that just started a whole sequence of events where I
The
think
dang
it bled
Polish
into
people.
the freaking Polish people. I can't wait for that to be taken out of context. But like before, everyone was in one Discord.
Yeah, I'm
That
still
was a
waiting for
really
the
big thing.
auditory out of context channel. Hello, Kieran, what are you doing?
Yo, Twitter clips. Let's get it. But yeah, oh, that's another thing. That Discord that I made
Oh,
day one,
yeah, I saw that in your
because
about
the
me.
Discord that the Discord that like you're in right now, and everyone who's probably listening to this is in right now. That was made day two. That was not day one. Yeah, I know, revolutionary. It was made on the 24th, and I had a Discord that was made on the 23rd for Champion Island, and nobody used it after the new one was made, and it's
Yeah,
sad.
as your Champion Island profiles. Why can't I see about me's on? Oh my god, I can't see about me's on this. Never mind. It says
Oh
something about,
man.
hey, remember that run I did? The as well as the Discord? No? Well,
No,
dang.
frick. I'm a boomer. But yeah, the reason I even bring up that Discord is because there was someone else who was in there who discovered like the multi-tab thing where you can skip cutscenes with that. Literally at like 9 a.m. EST when the doodle released. I don't know if that would be the first instance, but like definitely way up there. So if anyone claimed they discovered it, it's wrong. Just gonna, you know.
True. So what's that guy doing now? The multi-tabs. The multi-tabber.
Yep.
Do we know where
Classic
he's?
ASHS. who no one talks about, and it's very sad.
Well, I mean,
You know?
multi-tabs has kind of become a meme now. Like, just kill, like,
Yeah.
Killed's fault. Killed's just been
God.
spouting about it constantly, and we're just tired of him.
Mm-hmm. God, that, like that first day, that was a day when multi-tabbing was like considered maybe just part of the normal any percent record, where it wasn't like a separate category.
And it
And I was
all
like, yeah, that beats my 837. And no one agreed, and it was kind of sad, but
and it all
you know,
changed
things.
when the offline launcher released, and you couldn't multi-tab.
Yeah, rip. Um, oh yeah, speaking of people saying that like, that 832 doesn't count. When that like Discord that you're in was being made, the good old Champion Island Discord. Before that it was just a channel in the like Google Doodle speedrun thing.
Oh yeah, I've noticed
Makes sense.
we outgrew the one channel. I feel like we're one of the only doodles that
Yeah.
actually have our own Discord.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Before that though, when it was just one channel, I remember vividly this like little moment where I was joining it because I discovered that it existed. All of the, first Champion Island Discord members joined it, and we were all just chatting. Yeah, your 832 doesn't count, whatever, no multi-tabbing. And then I was like, yeah, I got like an 837. And they're like, did you multi-tab that? I was like, no, I didn't. They're like, no, you're lying. That's
Oh,
absolutely fake. You couldn't
you're
have
being
possibly gotten an
gaslit.
837.
Day one
Yeah.
getting gaslit. Okay,
Yeah. And
and that
I think I think there was someone called Dragon who had like a 9 minute that was maybe mid or like a 91X or something.
he's
That
still
was the fastest
chilling.
time I was seeing being talked about. So
I keep
I
seeing
was
him.
big chillin'.
Dragon, yeah, he's one of the ones I don't know that have True Islander. He chills at the top of the online list because he has a hyphen at the top front of his name.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like God, dude, just the 5 minutes where I was describing my run a little bit before linking it because I was waiting for it to like, or was I waiting for it to upload? I might have just had it uploaded and just was chilling, like talking about it for a
And
bit, and
that's
then
why
finally was like, yeah, I'll link it. But
and
the
that
5 minutes, those 5 minutes where people were like, yeah, you couldn't have done a marathon that well and gotten everything else, like that's just not possible. I'll forever remember that.
and now we're at 738.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I got my sub
Uh,
820 day 2.
yeah, thanks. My run looks so good now.
Yeah.
It looks incredible.
That was like pre-TSS and everything. Yeah, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the time it was top 10. Now it's not even gonna be top 20, probably. Ah, well.
Top 10 nowadays is all like top 12 nowadays is sub 8, I think.
Yeah. Which is pretty
Crazy.
nuts. I would have never imagined that there would have even been that many people to sub 8, like, maybe, like, 3 to 4 months ago.
That's what I always imagined that as well when GDS first came out. I was like, yeah, only like 5 people actually use it in sub 8. I underestimated this community.
Yeah, no, it's pretty insane. And
All right.
gamer.
Yeah, gamer.
Gamer.
Yeah, Champion Island definitely has a beautiful community around it, and I love it when we actually have Champion Island things and aren't slandering me about my music taste and off topic.
Yeah, don't worry, they'll culture you eventually. For now, though, it's just quite
Well, yeah,
depressing.
they're making a Google Doc of everything I need to listen to. Did you?
Yeah, no, I saw that. They're working on it.
Oh, well, can't wait to set aside 7 hours of my day.
I hope that the playlist is longer than 7 hours, okay? I hope you have to listen to it for multiple days,
All
because
right.
there's so many good classics that you probably missed.
My next
Anyway.
talking point I'd like to get touch on.
Mhm.
Um, uh, During research again, I saw that you threw around the idea of completionist, something that
I
currently only
did.
Sunshard has done.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I'll get it." I never did.
Did you like work for it, like 1 or 2 runs that you would have not usually submitted, or was
Like,
it just talk?
I mean, I had done a few submissions, maybe because of the idea that I would completionist it, but eventually I was like, "There's so many freaking categories that I just don't wanna run." Because it was around the point I was fairly tired of the game. Like, at that 822, I think just a little bit after that, I really not because the game was bad, but I just didn't want to play it anymore.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm
so
setting
like,
to
yeah, the completionist idea just kind of fizzled out after that, you know?
I'm setting into burnout myself, thinking of IL runs so that I can avoid marathon.
Yeah,
Marathon's the
I
worst,
feel
by
like
the way.
fair, fair.
It requires the
Um,
most skill.
yeah, the most skillful ones suck. I don't want to have skill.
I want to play rugby 7 times in a row. That one's fun.
I want to spam the space bar and beat a dude who's handicapped in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
The silence
it-
spoke
it's
volumes.
it's not even like an actual horse. Like I realized day
No,
two, and I was just playing around with the game. I'm like, that's not a horse. Hold on.
you're welcome, community, for the unicorn mod.
Oh man, I feel like I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I I'm sure you have. For the listeners who haven't, I basically just turned Yoichi's horse into a unicorn, and it's a mod that exists, and it's awesome.
Dude, we need to get more mods into the Judo's launcher. Currently, I believe it's the entrance randomizer, and that's it.
Man, that's sad. Need to have a bunch of like meme mods, because otherwise it's just not a real community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm joking. No, hold up.
I mean, like Breath of the Wild, for example. Like that's the modding community is vast. Hat in Time, especially.
Yes.
Hat in Time's a good one to talk about for mods if you're familiar with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I am.
I recently played through Hat Kid Steals the Declaration of Independence. Good mod, good mod.
That sounds like an amazing mod.
It's not even like um a stupid one either. It's a fully put together level with
Wow,
cinematics and voice acting and everything.
that's kind of incredible.
Yeah, I heard about it online and I was like, yo, I want to play Hat Kid Steals the Declaration of Independence.
I want to steal the Declaration of Independence. Give me that.
Like, yeah, Hat Time's a great place for modding. Have you actually, besides the unicorn, have you had any experience making, playing mods?
Oh, dude. Okay, so if you're wanting to talk about other games I've run, this would be a good segue.
Oh,
But
yes.
in Stranded Isle, I've made a few mods for it. Some of them are just ridiculous. Like for example, one where you only face right. There's one where everything is Among Us.
Ooh, that's a,
And there's a mod
yup.
we actually yeah, just we're gonna gloss over that one. And then there's also one which you can actually use for speedrunning, which just kind of changes the music and sound to be a bit more listenable. Because, it's like Pico 8, which is pretty close to like NES, but it's a bit more shrill, I think. So it might be grating after like 3 hours of grinding it.
Eco 8, that's the term I've only ever heard in Celeste.
Oh, yep, everyone knows it only for Celeste, dude.
Yep.
Uh, yep, that one thing that Celeste did before it was an amazing game, where it was this Pico 8 game and was just pretty good. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Is it like an actual
But yeah,
system? I'm not too familiar with it.
it's like trying to emulate an emulator for a console. It's pretending to be a console that is being emulated.
That's
A fantasy
awesome.
console is the term.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
It's pretty darn cool, yeah.
Yeah, because I heard like
I'm
Celeste was a game jam game or something, wasn't it? Before it turned into the full scale thing it is now.
yeah, I think so. A lot of ideas have been like in Pico 8 and then taken elsewhere. Just Celeste is the most popular and is the only one people talk about. I don't have any off the top of my head, but I'm sure looking into it you could find a lot more.
Speaking of segues into other games you do, there's your profile mentioned Bobo Gooey. I heard it's
Oh
a spam
yeah,
click game, but
it's a masher, all right. Imagine for a moment that like you can go into a wall where you move a tile by pressing a button and you can't hold the button to go multiple.
oh no.
So you just have to mash it. Yeah, it sucks. There's at least a few cool tricks, like you can skip a couple of buttons. And there's like a really cool jump in level 20. But for the most part, it's just mash and do the normal puzzle.
Okay.
Um, and that 447, even though you look at it, it's like, whoa, that's like 10 seconds faster. It's still pretty bad. Like you could probably sub 440 it if you tried hard enough. But I was just done with the game. I'm like, no, I don't want to mash. I would rather keep my hands. How well that turned out. Freaking double cast.
Are so Bobo Gooey, Stranded Isle, and Champion Island, are those the three mentioned pixelated
Those
island
are like
games?
no, Bogu's not an island game.
Okay.
Islander would be the other pixelated island game, which
I
is really sick. Like you can warp and like zip around at like the entire map.
Wow, where have I seen
Um,
that one before?
yeah, and you can screen wrap. Like I don't actually have a comparison. I don't know why I said that, but you can like go from the left to the right. It's epic, and
Whoa,
you
the
can
left to the
also
right.
you could pretty much use a chest as an ender chest, even though that is not at all how it's supposed to work. There's 1,000 different ways to crash the game. It's really just like
My
it's
favorite
not
kind of
put
game.
together well, but that's the beauty. Yeah.
Sonic 06.
Mm, God. But yeah, those are my 3 island games.
Okay,
Um, Listeners, check out Stranded Isle. It's really easy to learn. Thanks.
so the YouTube comments of episode 2, there's mention
Yeah.
of the couch when, because Fibble was
Oh,
another member,
the
I
couch.
assume.
The couch.
The
Yeah, it was
couch
me, Fibble, and Vulu. We were the couch.
of,
God. Okay, this is awakening like a memory pathway.
oh man,
So, have you seen the quote unquote GDQ that we commentated?
I have heard
Googled
of
on Quick.
Google Done Quick. Yes.
Yeah, that was incredible. Vulu made like a 30-minute video about it on the Googled on Quick channel. Definitely worth a watch if you have not. Everyone who's listening to this hopefully has. It's probably one of the funniest things I've been a part of. Would accept a donation of like 4/6 of a hamster again. And also, I think Barack
What?
Obama. I
Sorry,
mean,
what?
if you don't know of the donations, there's probably a list somewhere of every single donation that happened. But there's a lot of interesting ones.
I guess
I
I'll have to
think
watch that
I think it
video
was
after this podcast.
yeah, I should definitely give you the link so you can link it
I think I've
in the
like,
description.
yo, true. I could put in the
Yeah,
description and under the Hollow Knight plug section, maybe. Or
yeah, where it has like my channel and stuff. Yeah,
yo, that's
that'd be
awesome.
epic.
I should do that.
Wow, we're so good.
Shilling.
Best podcast ever.
Yes, very much.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, you mentioned in DMs that you had a very specific run that you would like that you would like to talk about your least favorite.
Uh, okay, so it is time to talk about 2D platformer.
Oh,
Imagine for a moment you are making like a video game
and
and you have the left and right movements where you're able to move and it's great, right?
then you're crippled on the up
Eh,
movement.
Yeah, you're able to move left and right, you can jump and all that, and it's poggers. And then you stop,
No. Oh,
and that is it.
oh,
There is no like acceleration thing that you do. It's just go in the door when you hold right and press jump sometimes
no wave
for 2
dashing.
minutes. Nope, there's absolutely zero movement tech. There is zero interesting things to it because it's not like in 1 to 11 levels you can move left and right to get to the door. You never have to do that. So you literally only hold right and also press space.
You can't
And
break
then
the
there's this random
movement if there is
person,
none.
yeah, there's this random person who somehow saved half a second. I think to this day it is an entirely unsolved mystery of how they did it, and it's been 8 months. Lord knows what happened there, but tying for second
What's
is
the
probably one of the easiest things you can do.
what's the game called?
2D platformer.
Oh,
That is
that's
that is the title.
ah.
Yes,
That sounds like it has
and
lots and lots of effort in it.
it has so much, and it also has zero color. It is black and white.
Ooh, that's even better. That sounds like a Flash
Indeed.
game. And it
Yeah,
costs
it's like
sixty
a flash game
dollars.
that's just not. It's free at least. It's like
Okay.
a yeah, you can play it on like a website, but Man,
Nice.
it's just not worth it. Because like there were a few other games I discovered through like the new tab on Speedrun.com, like Mole, for example. Pretty fun, but like 2D platformer was not worth.
Maybe I should do a
I would rate
stream
it
that's just
0 stars on Yelp.
Yelp. Oh man, I love no. Let me just like break the speedrun idea first. Yeah, I love the whole Yelp thing. Like, oh, you're gonna get a you're gonna get a bad Yelp review for this.
You're gonna get less stars. Don't make me do it.
What? But Yelp specifically, because like ratings are a
Yeah,
thing, but Yelp,
but Yelp specific. Yeah,
yeah, we
I
love
mean it's
Yelp,
obviously the best star rating website thing. Yeah,
dude. Stream where I just go through Yelp reviews for random places.
honestly, there are a few reviews that are absolutely incredible, like the I think sugar-free gummy bears
Wait,
from
what?
Haribo or something on
It's
Amazon.
it's
There's
not
this one
just
review,
places.
like
I
no,
thought
like
it was just locations.
there's fire reviews on products. Like, I, God, that gummy bear review is probably the funniest thing I read the entire year. Like, I think I read it maybe like 2 years ago. Nothing topped it. It was just this story that was 100% true
Dude, if you send
of
like a
someone
if you have a
suffering because
screen
of these gummy bears.
if you have a screenshot, send it and I'll show it on screen and I'll read it out loud for the audio listeners. Just handy.
Oh, well, no, it would be like probably 10 minutes long.
Oh,
Um, I'll link it to you after, so maybe you can like put it on screen editing if you do that. But
yeah.
otherwise,
I don't edit much, but I might have to
otherwise,
make an exception.
yeah, otherwise that'll just be another link.
We're gonna have a 12-mile
Giving you a
long
lot.
link in our description.
Yeah,
Dude, we
gotta
got
culture the people.
yeah. Well,
Huh.
culturing the people.
Yeah, gotta give
And
them all the good stuff.
yeah, there's another one for you, Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that you
Man,
mentioned in DMs that I would also love to talk about, because I agree with talking about this a lot. Food!
food.
Food!
I I am passionate about food.
Food is good.
It is good.
What are your kind
Just
of
don't do things.
favorite foods?
Favorite foods?
Favorite
Like,
foods.
I hate to be that guy, but honestly, sushi kind of bangs. And I will eat that probably hundreds of times a day and not feel bad about it.
I
Maybe exaggerating, but
I am
I
not
think
a
sushi's really good.
personally, I'm not a seafood fan, but I respect the people who are, because it's just a
Yeah.
personal thing.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of seafood. But like, oh man. It's not just like the normal sushi with like, where it's just like a little circle of rice inside of it is stuff.
Yeah,
Um, Sushi burritos, I've tried them only a few times.
like with
Fire.
tortillas,
They're good. It's a really weird combination, but
like
it
a
just
burrito from like with a tortilla on it.
no, don't
Okay.
tortilla your sushi burrito.
I'm
No.
sorry. I was confused. When you
Don't
said
do that.
burrito, my brain went to tortillas.
No, it's just a thick, long sushi. All right?
Thick long
It's
suit.
it's
Okay.
not tortilla wrapped. It
Okay.
is only it is only sushi, but thick and long and
It's
big.
just a lot of
Probably about the
sushi.
size of your forearm.
My
Yeah.
goodness. Oh no. Okay. Sushi log. Sushi log. Yeah.
Sushi log.
Wait, hold up. I'm pulling up Firefox. I'm looking for sushi and a tortilla.
Don't do that. Oh god, no. See, like the reason I have like
Oh
passion food
no, it's
taste is
a
because I've
thing.
tried terrible things before.
Oh
Like
god.
I once thought as a child that mixing milk and water would be a good idea.
Okay, no, stop.
It
Do you put ice in your
it
milk?
was it was an awful idea.
Okay.
And like um also small tangent, never ice your frickin' sodas because you water it down and it tastes worse. And I know it's like
True.
really weird to ask in like a restaurant to not put ice in it, but just don't. the soda
The
is so
soda
much
is
better if you
cold.
just
I
do
will
not.
drink it. I don't need your ice.
Yeah, just like at worst case scenario, just like put it in your fridge once you get home, all right? Like you can deal without the ice and you can make it cold. But for the love of all that is holy, do not water down your soda. It ruins it. There are a few
Okay,
sodas that taste good watered down.
I'm about to share with you. Oh no.jpg.
Oh god.
Check your
Please
DM.
don't.
I just find this on like the front page of Google.
Oh. Oh. That's just not.
One second, I'll share.
No.
I'll share it with the video viewers.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it's just not. How about we just revert back to a time before this was made? Thank you know, I wish I could unsee this.
anyways, so video viewers, here's what we're looking at. Um,
Yeah, that's just not how sushi should be.
I agree with you, even though I'm
The
not a seafood
entire
fan.
the entire country of Japan is probably reeling, and also I
Uh,
would imagine Korea and China also are not feeling well somewhere
audio
out there in the
listeners
world right
being
now.
confused a sec. So for audio listeners, it's exactly what you would imagine. It just looks like regular sushi, but there's like a tortilla around it. What's that
Yeah,
bowl?
there's no like dried kelp, there's no rice. It's just the tortilla, it looks like. And I would rather not zoom in to check like fact check that
One second.
because
Video.
no.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to our video viewers. What's that bowl? Is that like a regular sushi thing?
It's probably some sauce. I mean, dipping your sushi is not a weird thing to do.
All right. Anyways, now that
Yeah.
we've now that I'm gonna just delete that on all accounts.
Yep, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
It can't hurt us now, except for when we listen to the podcast.
Food
But
images in general, like cursed food images where it's like bread with like ice on it,
oh
I
no.
die every time
What?
I come across one of
I'm
those.
sorry. What?
Yeah, that's an image. I'm not finding it, but it's
Yeah.
literally
I'm
just the
not
image.
finding it either.
Yeah, it's just bread with like a ton of ice on it, like on
A
top of it,
ton
and
of
it's
ice. I
just
thought it
like
would be just like one little ice cube. I'm traumatized.
no, there's like probably 10 pieces. And I think it
Why?
was captioned like oh frick, iced toast, and it's not even toasted bread. All of it is so wrong on every level, and I despise it.
Iced toast sounds like a real thing, but then when you think about it, it doesn't. And now it's not even toast that you're doing.
Yeah,
Cold
it's just
toast,
not.
even like not like
I don't know.
cold, like damp toast.
It's just dampened toast that is also cold.
I
It
don't
is
want that.
cold, damp toast.
That
Who would eat that?
like not even
I
damp
think my
as in
voice is
it's
breaking.
pulp because there's water on it. It's just damp.
It is. It's not right.
Oh no.
And there's like so many awful food images, you know. I could probably name them off the top of my head, like a solid 20 that have given me nightmares, such as the spaghetti donut, which
So
is a donut mold, but with spaghetti.
like the spaghetti's
And
just holding itself together.
yes,
How would you go
it's like
about
a
eating that?
frozen spaghetti donut.
Bro,
And it is as awful as you are probably envisioning.
look, I am envisioning icing on it, which probably isn't a thing.
Oh, thank God it didn't. It'd be
Okay.
so much worse.
Oh.
God. But yeah, no.
Oh, I'm being.
I I really hope that after this, people aren't DMing me awful, like, food images every day, cause I don't think I'll be able to stay alive for more than a month. Just can't deal, man.
Yeah. So podcast viewers, uh, um, don't DM him food images.
Please.
He can't take it, or they can't take
No,
it.
I can't.
Man,
It's just not.
dude. Even though this is a speedrun podcast, I love straying off topic because that just lends itself to a whole thing that hasn't really been, you know, not much talked about because it's a speedrunning podcast.
Yeah. I guess I could rope it back in. I think
Well,
me saying that I'm the first record holder is not right, cause I mean, there's always a Zur, and then, like, even if you recognize that, I think there are other people beating me with, like, 9-minute times before that.
mm,
Did I rope it in right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, if I remember, like, day 1, day 2, that was around the time that, like, a lot of names that you don't really see often anymore were very much grinding.
I've
Cyan
heard the
Adam
name.
was, I think, actually managed to beat me at some point, temporarily held record for maybe, like, an hour. And then, like, Jay Beetroot was around when I was, like, searching for runs,
J Beetroot is the
to see
astronaut
if
guy, yeah?
yeah, searching
Yeah.
for runs to see who had fast ones, and then Beetroot beat me. And I'm like, "Well, frick, I gotta go again." So then I went again, and I
Carpal
looked in the
tunnel go brrr.
comments. Yeah, I looked in the comments, and there's someone like, "Yeah, this random dude has, like, a pending run that's, like, faster." And I'm like, "God bless, I just want to get the record." It's so much chaos, there's so many weird random Champion Island speedruns that are on YouTube. I just want to know what the record is, because without speedrun.com, it was
Oh man,
absolute
without
anarchy.
speedrun.com. Like when I first before I joined the Discord, before I made my speedrun.com account, I was just going through like I was aware of speedrun.com. I love speedrun content. But on my school computer
Yeah,
where speedrun.com is blocked and I was like, "Oh, I want to speedrun this game." I Google the warps allowed time, I get my heart broken, I look to the warpless time, and I see Wassie's 9 something, like
yeah,
920 I think it was, and that wasn't even his actual PB that time at that time. Just Google
wow.
search results themselves. They're just like, this one's more viewed. Let's give it to him.
Ah, yes, this one has more. God, I can relate to that. Freaking, I think my most viewed video is, like, the rugby, like, 30-20, and, funny side thing, the comments are super mad because I didn't get 30-30. I just sat there and waited for an Oni to get me. And it was like, "What the frick are you doing? You could have gotten more points. How dare you?" But that was the funny, you know?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know how that became my most viewed video. I wish it wasn't. There
My
I have, like, actually good things on my, like, YouTube, and of all of the runs I have done, of, like, the SI, like, sub 5, of the Champion Island, like, 837. It's this random rugby thing that is the most viewed. It doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make
It's
sense.
so weird. It's just it doesn't. I don't get it.
So my most popular is I just pulled it up on my phone. Top one, obviously, EXTF's episode, the pilot, I guess, for
The good
Play
old
Game
pilot.
Fast,
Yo,
and it's
I'm gonna make
at a
this exact
strong.
episode the most viewed, though.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Don't worry about the bots that'll be viewing your channel. It's
you got
okay.
you got a good 59 views to beat, and then shortly
Ah,
after that is Bibble with 44, and then my
mhm.
and then my first All Doodles run, which is the 3-hour 14-minute video, and then Sidhu's episode,
What's
and
that?
and then after
God.
Sidhu's episode, it's regular runs, so that's fun.
Yeah. I don't think I actually have a speedrun, even, like, my top 3 or 5. I'll check real quick. That'd be
No.
really funny.
Oh
Okay,
wait.
no, I have the 837 at their 11K, we're good.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
thank God.
Well, we're
Okay,
good.
it's second. I I still don't know how Rugby 3020 has 3K more views than what was an All Scrolls record.
Yeah. What the
God,
heck?
it's
Day
weird.
one. In one
Yep.
word, day one. And also, I
Yeah, going
guess.
back to Bobo Gooey too, I think it's really funny how much views can tell you, because it was specifically my level 8 IL that got the most views for a Bobo Gooey video. And I know
Oh
exactly
no.
why. It's because people are stupid and they can't beat that level, so they go back and look up Bobo Gooey level 8 and they look at the record like, "That's what I do." I think that's really funny.
Oh no.
People
So
just can't solve puzzles.
a little bit off topic. I can't solve puzzles either, but a little bit off topic. I've looked at the Champion Island server, and off topic, the in the off topic channel, Ryan listened to these, and it's just a screenshot of what they have so far, and we've got like 3 songs per artist about. And we got like
Mhm.
Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake, Maroon 5, Sia, Britney Spears, One Direction, Vinnie Goodman. I'm gonna be here a while.
You are, and that's a good thing.
Oh
Have fun, man.
no. Yeah.
This is what it takes to get culture, because 'cause you're so far behind.
Yeah, I guess I just never got exposed to that.
No.
Just whatever I happened to hear in the car or whatever was what I uh thought about
Mm-hmm.
until I got my phone and I was playing Minecraft in the
Yo, Minecraft gamer. I
Minecraft.
can
Dude,
relate.
Minecraft is good. Like
Dude,
I got my grandparents into it and it's scary how many more hours they have than me.
that's incredible. I was just gonna say that like me playing on Wii U was like bad, but like your grandparents getting more hours than you, come on, man.
I I don't know
But that
how.
is really funny. You've converted them.
I have like my grandma was, I got her. I just wanted. I was like, "Ooh, grandma, play this game with me," and I had her get it on mobile, and then
Mm.
and then the event that spurred this happened. We go to a thrift store. And there's a $40 Switch case, and we're like, okay, we'll get that. There's still a Switch inside of it, as well as a copy of Mario Odyssey and Farming Simulator.
Oh,
It's a new Switch too.
yo,
Like it's not even been properly set up. There's
that's
like
kind of fire.
yeah, so like dad bought it. He didn't know it was a Switch until he got out of the store, but he sold the games and he made money and gave the Switch to grandma.
Nice.
That
That's
uh,
flipping it for you.
and then eventually grandpa got in on it and just went bought his own Switch, his own copy of Minecraft, and I'm like, "Huh?" And then we
Went
got
out there, so
and then we built him a PC and it
bro, your grandpa's so based.
like if we didn't build him that PC and gift it to him that one day, it, he would have done it himself. He would have just done it himself.
Yeah,
Like
obviously.
it was it was imminent. It was inevitable.
It's inevitable. Yeah, your grandpa will play Minecraft on a stick setup,
One way or another.
one way or another.
But the fact that and then like we visit them and 9 times out of 10 there's some Minecraft content playing on the TV, usually Hermitcraft or something.
Oh God, Hermitcraft.
And
Heck yeah,
like
dude.
they really enjoy that series and they're
Yeah, I've
happy
been to
when
too. I'm glad we have a conversation piece.
yeah a common with my grandparents and you.
I can't wait for the podcast episode where I join in with your grandpa and grandma and we just talk about Hermitcraft.
Oh my goodness, yeah, grandma has Discord. I could get her in a VC.
That's
we
like,
we have a
yo,
we have a family chat server.
the family Discord. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, we've
Oh my
got
God.
me, my grandpa, both of my aunts, and one of my aunts' boyfriend, my dad, and my grandma.
Is your mom not in there? Cringe.
Mom used to be in there, but she suddenly disappeared for who God knows what.
Okay. God. Imagine sharing Discord memes with like your aunt.
Oh, I mean, my aunts would probably be the ones who get it most, like who would
Yeah.
like understand it the most. The fact that grandma would be second place there is scary. Cause like I'll hear about her scrolling through the Hermitcraft Reddit as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh god, no. What have we created?"
What is this
But
being?
yeah.
Who is this human being that I have summoned?
Anyways, enough about myself. This has very quickly become my longest episode.
Yeah,
Um,
no, no, let's just keep talking about your grandma.
yeah. If we're gonna want to wrap this up, we're at a crisp 44 minutes right now.
I mean, I reached
Um,
my goal of having the longest one, so
True. You
yeah.
were like, okay, with that list, we're gonna be like 30 to 40 minutes for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know best. I didn't know we'd be talking about a grandma, though.
Yeah, true. That I didn't know that would get us the final stretch. Um, as tradition demands, and I should have
Mhm.
mentioned this while we talk about food. What is your opinion on pineapple pizza?
So, The cop out is that people can have whatever opinions they want. And I could just sit there
True.
and have that and seem like the higher being. But I'm gonna say it. If you like pineapple on pizza, you are absolutely disgusting and an awful human being. There is no particular way you can salvage pineapple. There is nothing that you can combine with it. Hawaiian is
Whoa,
not good.
whoa! Like pineapple on pizza, I understand attacking, but pineapple in general?
Well, okay, sorry, maybe I went a little bit too far. Pineapple is fine. I even like salted a bit, that tastes good.
Ooh, salt. That
But
sounds good.
not on pizza. Yeah, don't put that on pizza. Don't put any fruit on pizza other than like tomato and maybe like a few other more like savory fruits that I can't
Other than like
think of
tomato, you
right now.
clearly studied the Fibble episode
I
because
did study the Fibble episode.
we had this
Yep.
exact same conversation, and then I went to raspberries on pizza.
Yeah, and like I mean, maybe you could put like some vegetables on it, like carrots. That'd be pretty weird, but you at least like it's adding something. It adds like a sort of crunch, which some other pizza toppings like to do.
Has a sort of
But
crunch.
yeah, I don't know why you'd want a crunch to your pizza, but I can respect it. Um,
That's
and
such a
then
raw.
and
What
then you get to
a
the people who want like apple on their pizza
no,
and pineapple.
no. Well, pineapple,
Pineapple's not the
yes.
only one. No, it can get worse. It can
I,
get worse than
I mean,
pineapple.
I've seen
Okay?
kiwi.
I mean, yeah, there's a rabbit hole to go down with pineapple on pizza. And my opinion is none of it belongs on that pizza. Leave that pizza alone. It does not deserve your heinous crimes.
I could be civilized, but
But
no. Stop putting pineapple. That's
people have their own opinions, but if you want my professional opinion on whether or not you should have pineapple on pizza, the fact you're thinking about it right now is awful.
lame.
Don't.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Well,
You gave me a platform.
plug yourself. Now that we've done
I,
that,
I yeah, I think the only thing that would matter is my YouTube channel, which doesn't have a special link yet because I'm cringe, but we'll work on it.
I don't get a special
Because
link either. I think I've
yeah,
actually got you linked in my connections.
let's go. Yeah, just go down there and you'll find me, and it's great.
Well, I'll just copy that link, put it in the description, easier accessible.
Fair. People are
Um,
lazy. You're lazy, listener.
yeah. You're
Smile.
listening to us talking about video games and grandmothers. There's the title.
Yeah,
That's the title.
video games and grandmothers. Yes, let's go.
The podcast I always wanted. Yeah.
Yes, that's my dream podcast episode. Video games and grandmothers.
That's a good clickbait title. Okay. If it's not
Please
clickbait,
make sure to somewhere put like a red circle and arrow. Thanks. Like on just this random grandmother PNG if you can.
yeah, there's a thumbnail as well. Wow, I haven't gotten a thumbnail from the talk.
Yeah, it's all lining up.
All right. Well, thanks for contacting me and getting on this. This was super fun.
Yeah, no, I would do it again. This was a very poggers podcast.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
goodbye, listeners, and goodbye, Holo. Thanks for being on here.
Yeah, no problem.